crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. So happy that you have joined our YouTube Live. It's Tuesday, 10 o'clock, and if you're with us on April the 12th, you know you're with us live. So take a moment and chat with us. You know my sister Maudie is over in the chat room, and she has all the answers for all your questions. She's smiling over there. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to go ahead and just list those in the chat room. Now I'm just going to look real quick. Hey, Gloria, Jewett, and Joan, and Patricia. We are so excited. Do you see my shirt that I'm wearing, my blouse? What in color is this? This is a new in color. I'm going to let you mention it in the chat room. Today, we are going to be working with these two new stamp sets. Oh my goodness! Sending Smiles and Bottled Happiness. We have a terrific fun fold that I know you're going to like. It's so easy, but yet makes such a great statement. Now, we want to take just a moment to remind you to share, like, and subscribe our channel. We're working very hard to grow it this year. We hope to be able to share our love for crafting with everyone, and we need your help to do that. So, hey Carol from Connecticut. You know, we have actually never been to Connecticut, and I think Maudie and I would like to take a trip up there. I bet it's beautiful. Well, we are working with the in colors. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Now, once again, I think this is an in color. What is my blouse? You're going to have to name it. But I say, let me show you the card that we're going to be creating today. Look at this. Look at that fun fold. Oh, it's so easy, and yet it's so pretty. Creates such a statement. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. Okay. Here we go. Well, this first card we're going to make, oh, and look at these beautiful in colors. I have all the blends right here. They're just so pretty. The first one we're going to make is a portrait. And so you have to cut it differently because the second card we make is a landscape. But for the portrait, you go ahead and you leave this right here, the 8.5, but you cut the rest at 5.5 so that we end up with an 8.5 by 5.5, and now you're going to score it. So we turn it on the long way, and we're going to score. Make sure you move this, the cutting blade, dock it down at the bottom. We're going to score at 2 1/8, and move it over and do 4 1/4. Now that sounds familiar, right? Because that's a card. So we're going to put this up. And we're going to bring in our bone folder, or not. Where is my bone folder? Here it is. He's hiding. And we're just going to reinforce. Parakeet Party was on the last slide. That's right, Monty. And now we're simply going to fold back. Now, all we have to do on this card is make some panels. We're going to make a mat for the back part and a mat for the front. And you're going to need 2 of the exact same size mats. So what we've done is we've cut these mats. We have our larger mat, which is simply 3 3/4 by 5, and the smaller one is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And remember, all these measurements will be listed over on creativemomentsbyg.com, so you don't have to worry about taking it down. Give us about an hour and we'll have that posted for you. What's going to make this card so incredibly pretty is we are going to stamp, and I think I'm going to stamp on this side, so let me move these beautiful blends over. We are going to stamp using the wine bottle and then the short squatty bottle. Oh, these are so incredibly pretty. Now, we're going to go ahead and stamp this in Crumb Cake. And let's see, I have that somewhere. I had it, yes, here it is. We're going to stamp that to the side, so let's ink that up really well. And we are going to just stamp it about right here. Now, let's see what that looks like. Oh, look how pretty that is. Now, I want to go ahead and stamp my little squatty jar first. So I'm going to bring in the cinnamon cider. We're going to ink that up. This is such a pretty color. And I'm going to offset it just a little bit because this is the one that's going to be holding our flower. So let's just bring it down just a little bit. Oh, look at that. Now on this wine bottle, what we had done before is we had actually masked off this cute little label, and we just put it where we thought we wanted the label, and we stamped it, and it looked pretty good. But what we decided to do is go ahead and stamp, let's see, let's get that off. Go ahead, where are we? There we are. Go ahead and stamp this in black, and then stamp it again in the Tahitian Tide, which, by the way, is the color of my blouse. And then stamp the little saying, sending cheer, so that we can add this right to the front of our wine bottle. Isn't that cute? Now, I'm going to go ahead and lay that flat. Pat, hey, Pat, it's afternoon. Oh, my goodness, that's right. It's still morning for us. We're going to go ahead and lay that down right there. Look at how cute that looks. Now we're going to stamp a little cork right there, and we're going to use the cinnamon cider. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, my recommendation is to take out a Post-it note. This is a great tip. Line it up just a little bit below the neck, the bottleneck. And that way, that allows you to really get right into it. So let's go ahead and do that. And look at that. It went right up to the edge, which is exactly what we need. So cute. Now we're going to bring in the flower and the other leaves. Oh, and we absolutely love this stamp. This is wonderful. And we're going to stamp in cinnamon cider for this card. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see we have Dawn and Karen. Welcome, welcome, ladies.
Dawn shared.
Dawn shared. Oh, Dawn, thank you so much for helping us grow our channel. Now, once again, you need to bring in that Post-it note and cover up, but take it down just a little bit, and we are simply going to stamp that right there. And that way you don't stamp over your bottle. It looks like it's coming right out of the bottle. Now I want to stamp another little bit right here in the corner. So I'm just going to bring it down just a little bit, right about there. And look at that. You know, that's pretty all by itself, but no, we're not done yet. We want to bring in some more color. So we are going to use this larger, let's see, we're going to bring it in about right there, and we are going to use Parakeet Party. What do you think about these new in colors? Don't you love them? Okay, let's see, we're going to cover it up one more time. We're going to bring in that Parakeet Party, and just go ahead and stamp right there. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is so pretty. We love this stamp set. Okay, I'm going to put that up. And now I want to bring in Starry Sky for the flower because our base is Starry Sky. And we like to coordinate the colors. And this is, oh my goodness, this, I think this may be my favorite color of all 5 colors. I just really love it. Okay, let's go ahead and just bring it about right here. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. And now we're going to bring in crushed curry, and we're going to do our little center of our flower. Just get a little center right there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Now, we want to go ahead and bring in a little bit of a foundation so that they don't look like they're sitting up in the sky, right? We like to go ahead and bring in just a little bit. And we got this from another stamp set just to give it a little foundation. We are going to stamp this in Crumb Cake just to make a little shadow under there. So about right there. Oh my goodness. Now see, doesn't that make all the difference to have that little shadow? I think it does. So let's get this out of the way. And now let's simply add this to our beautiful cinnamon cider base. We're going to go ahead and lay it flat. And we're not going to quite put it down on our card because I have a trick to show you that you'll want to use. Just a little tip to make sure we get it in the right place. So let's move this to the side. Now we need to bring in our mat for the inside, and we are going to stamp this beautiful saying, overflowing with happiness, because we already have sending cheer, right there. Sending cheer, overflowing with happiness. So let's go ahead and do that in our Starry Night. And put it right in the center. I like to put it in the center. Let's line that up straight. There we go. Oh my goodness. I really love that starry sky. And now I want to bring in a little flower right here. So we need it just a little bit right there. Let's go ahead and bring in our parakeet party again to get our green stem. And we'll just bring it up a little bit like this. There we go. And bring in our flower. And our flower is the starry sky. Get that added. So pretty. I'm always so impressed when I take the stamp off and it looks so pretty. I'm like, oh. And it wasn't hard to create that, you know, it just looks so pretty. So now I'm looking for my little yellow. That's that. There it is. We need to bring in our crushed curry and just stamp that little inside. Then I'm going to show you the trick about making sure they line up. Let's add this to the inside. Hey Glow, thank you so much for coming. So happy you're here. Okay, now watch what we do. We're going to line this up right where we need it, giving us the same border all the way around. We're going to put the inside map first. So let's get this one down. Make sure you have your border exactly the way you want it. Press it down. And now the trick to lining this top one up is to flip it over, because we know we need the glue right here. You don't want to accidentally get it on your back mat. So we are going to line this one up, the top one, to match the bottom one. And we can see exactly where we have to add the glue. That way you don't accidentally get it in the wrong place. Now we simply, oh my goodness, wow. Don't pay attention to me. I did it wrong. I should have done it this way. That's okay. There we go. Put it over here and then flip it the long way. Oops. Okay. Do this way. And then we simply flip it and we get it lined up. Now, because that's still a little sticky, I'm just going to press over here and not press on the other side. There we go. That really does help you And this will dry and you don't have to worry about it. What do you think about this card? Isn't that pretty? This will fit in an envelope. You don't have to worry about it. And there we have our first card. Oh my goodness, this starry sky is so pretty. So here's our first fun fold. Now stay with us to the end because we have a different one just like this fold, but we want to show you how we used sending to add to the card. So pretty. Now this is portrait. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a landscape one like this. So let's go ahead, and we're also going to be doing some masking. So let's go ahead and get that out. And this time we have cut our paper 11 by 4 1/4, and we are going to score on 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So let's get that scored, 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. And we are simply going to bring in our bone folder and reinforce this. Fold it back. Now this fun fold can be used with any stamp set that you have. You don't have to just use these stamp sets, but oh, I really love these two stamp sets. Now, this time we're going to stamp landscape style. So let's go ahead and get ours stamped this way. Now, the first thing we want to do is stamp the bottle, the squatty bottle, because that's all we're going to use on this one, in the dark blue. So I want to go ahead and get that, and that is somewhere, it's probably hiding from me. There it is. Going to ink that up. Oh, and I love how it inks up so well. Now, when you're working with this, you want to make sure and really hold it down. So we're going to go ahead and press it down and just hold it for good contact, just so we get that rich color. Oh, look at that. So pretty. Now, the next one we're going to use is the Orchid Oasis. We're going to have to clean this one off, because we want to use the same jar, the same bottle. But this time we have to put a mat. So all we did is we stamped it. We're going to use a little bit of removable tape and just put it over our image. Now let me give you a trick on that. You don't want to set it right over the image, because then you're going to have that white space. So go ahead and bring it in just a little bit, about right there. And we're going to ink it up. Make sure that it's dry. Get it inked up. Hey Brenda, so happy you could join us. And we're going to bring this one up just a little bit. Oh, I'm going to ink it a little bit more. There we go. We're going to bring this one up just a little bit. And there we have it. Now we're just going to hold it, and look at that one. Now take this off. Two different colors. Now, so that they're not standing up in the sky, let's go ahead and bring in our crumb cake and give them a little foundation to sit on. Just a tiny foundation. Just enough of a shadow. And now we are going to bring in the cork to fit on this one. But remember, you need to go ahead, bring in that Post-it note, drop it down just a little bit so that it looks like it's going right into the bottle. And this time we want to bring it down even further, because that's such a big opening. So we're going to bring it down a little more. There we have it. Look at that. So cute. And now we're going to add two flowers into here. So instead of this long one, we're going to use the short leaf. We need to go ahead and put our Post-it note right here. Bring in that parakeet party. And get that stamped. Now this is going to go on the outside of our card. So we have it like this. Let's go ahead and get it right. So it looks like it's coming right out. Okay, we're going to stamp this one more time, but this time we're going to lean it over this way. And then take it off. Look at that. It looks like it's coming out of the bottleneck. So pretty. Now on this one, we're going to bring in our sweet sorbet. And let's get that cleaned off. Okay. Ink this up. We're going to stamp this one right there. Okay, just want to make sure that doesn't get on anything. Ink it up one more time. Just put it right there. And look at that. Oh my goodness, now we just need to add the middle, which is our crumb cake. Not our crumb cake, our yellow. Our Cajun, our crushed curry, So we're going to go ahead and just get our little yellow in there. Okay. And now we have selected a different stamp set to go with this because we needed something that took up a little more space than what they had. And what we decided to do was go over to our flowering tulips and use this beautiful saying, "Let today be the start of something new." So that is going to go right here. And we are going to put that in our starry sky. I'm going to get that. And this is such a great fun fold. Just going to add it right here. Hold it for good contact. Oh my goodness. Look how pretty that looks. And now we are simply adding this to the front of our mat. Then we need to do the inside. Just lay it flat. And we're going to do the same trick, folding it over, and it's going to work this time. I got my new In Color Sunday. Oh, yes, Glow. Good. So now we're going to just put Just Thinking of You right here. We're going to add that in our blue again, and then just add a little flower. Just one that matches what we have on the front. And get that right there. We're going to need to bring in our sweet sorbet and also our pretty parakeet because we need our little stem. Oh, Brenda made this card yesterday. Oh, and wasn't it fast? It's so fast. We love it. Just going to add this right there. Bring in our sweet sorbet. And add that. Bring in our little circle for the inside, which is, I think I would keep things in the same place, right? That would be too easy. Just gonna add that little yellow right there. Get this moved off. Now we're adding this right here to the inside mat. Okay, so now remember the tip is to go ahead and lay the inside mat down first, and that will help you line up your card on the outside. So let's get that lined up with the same amount of border all the way around. And this time, see, we know exactly where we need it, lining up. So we're simply going to flip it this way, put our glue right where we need it, and then just take it and flip it again. There we go. And we have it exactly where we need it. You have a little bit of time when you use that liquid glue to move it around. What do you think about this fun fold? Isn't that cute? Here's the landscape. Let's see. And here is the portrait of the same style. Now, we also use the word sending, and we want to show you this one too. Look at this. We simply added the sending right here, and we put it up on Dimensionals, and it's the same card. Oh my goodness. But use that beautiful sending, which we absolutely love. Now look at what we did on this one. We actually took the flowers from the stamp set that had sending, and we just simply matted it in the middle just a little bit with the different end colors. So we made such a pretty card right here, and then you open it up. Now we do have a trick for lining up these flowers because they can be kind of hard, so we will be showing that very soon in another video. But here are the cards that we created today. Now we have one more. Today we used the Sweet Sorbet right here, but yesterday when we were playing with it, we used this Tahitian Tide, which is the color of my blouse. What's the name of the stamp set that you are using? We are using, we use 3. We use Flowering Tulips, Bottled Happiness, and Sending Smiles. And we use that Let Today Be the Start of Something New for that beautiful sentiment right there. We really like that. So, what do you think about those cards? Well, I'm just going to take a moment to read. Oh my gosh, good. I love that sending too. Yes. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. If you take a moment, give us a like and subscribe if you haven't, and share. That would be so fantastic. We would appreciate it so much. Now, remember we have the April card challenge, and you need to have that posted by April 27th at midnight. This Thursday, Monty, do we have that stamp set we're going to be using for this Thursday? We had it. I think it's right under there. Right under that one. Is that the one?
I think so.
I think we're going to be using this right here. This is the one. Happiness Abounds for our Thursday card. This is another one of the new stamp sets. Oh, we're so pretty. It's going to be a layered card. So we hope you can join us at 7 p.m. Now, next Tuesday, we won't be live, but we're going to have the video, It's a Snap, It's a Wrap. Marty and I are working together to create, what would we call it? Your basic card and then a avid card. So we hope you can join us. Tuesday will still be at 10 o'clock. We want to appreciate everybody sharing their morning with us. We hope you go out and have a fantastic day. And we will hope to see you on Thursday night at 7. Bye-bye.